Hey guys, it's Will from Magic the Friendly Tavern, and if you are looking at this page, you might notice something. I'm broke. All that gold I had saved up, what happened to it? Oh my goodness, it's gone. All 50 grand. Whatever could have happened? Well, we did a draft, and that draft is uploaded on my YouTube channel. And we also bought 50 packs of Kamigawa to open. Yes, that is correct. We bought 50 packs of Kamigawa to open. So let's jump into it and see what rares we pull and mythics and try and build up our wild cards so we can start brewing. And I want to show y'all guys how my thought process of going through building a fresh deck from a fresh set after we get all these packs open. I can't wait. This is going to be great. So let's snap to it. And the first pack we opened is, let's look at these uncommons real quick. Upriser Renegade, 2 mana 1/3, gets +2/+0 for each modified creature you control. 5 mana 3/4 flyer. Whenever a non-token artifact enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay 1 in a blue. If you do, create a token that's a copy of that artifact. It's pretty good. And our rare, March of Burgeoning Life, X in green. As an additional cast a spell, you may exile any number of green cards from your hand, and it costs 2 less for each exiled card. Choose target creature with mana value less than X. Search your library for a creature card with the same name as that creature and put it on the battlefield. Tap, then shuffle. Interesting. Oh, if we can go get multiple copies of a single creature. Bronze Cudgel is 1 mana to play, 1 mana to equip, 2 until end of turn. A creature gets +X/+0, where X is the number of times his ability has resolved this turn. Not great. 2 mana 2/2. Whenever a samurai or warrior you control attacks alone, against lifelink until end of turn. Sacrifice a Selfless Samurai. Another target creature you control gains indestructible until end of turn. That's not bad. Alright. Oh, look at that. 2 mana 1/1 double strike. Equip creature has double strike. Reconfigure for 2. I was hoping for a set of these. Oh, yes, we are going to brew with those. That is a reasonable piece of equipment / creature. Alright, let's look at this card right over here. Naomi, Pillar of Order, is a legendary creature. 5 mana 4/4. Whenever Pillar of Order enters the battlefield or attacks, if you control an enchantment and artifact, create a 2/2 white samurai creature with vigilance. Not bad, not bad. Alright, Soul Transfer, 3 mana, choose one. If you control an artifact and an enchantment, you can cast a spell. You may choose both. Exile target creature or planeswalker for 3 at sorcery speeds. But return target creature or planeswalker card from your graveyard to your hand for 3 and a sorcery that's meh. If you can get both of those abilities, it's okay. It's still not premium. I mean, I guess it is premium removal, but it's alright. It does exile. It's alright. Let's keep going here. Alright, what do we get in this pack? We're going to skip the uncommons and we're just going to look at our rares from now on. Oh, we got a gold mythic or a gold wild card. That's going to be helpful, and an uncommon wild card. And all the cards in this pack were first for me. That's good. Let's see what else we can do. Alright, we are moving right along here. We got another uncommon mythic or uncommon wild card. This is Thundering Raju. 4 mana for a 3/3 haste. When Thundering Raju attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Then Thundering Raju deals X damage to each opponent, where X is the number of modified creatures you control other than Thundering Raju. So basically, you can swing for this thing with a 4 mana haste, but it doesn't deal damage at the end of turn. Now, if you get that +1/+1 counter on another modified creature, or on another creature, it counts as modified. Then it swings in as a 3/3 haste and then deals 1 damage. But if you already have 2 or 3 modified creatures out there, play this and make it a 4/4. You can hit for the 4 and still do the damage of the other modified creatures. It's not bad. This creature is really not bad. I'm just looking. 5 mana, 4/3 haste. Samurai Warrior control attacks alone. He gets +1/+0 for each until end of turn for each Samurai Warrior you control. Interesting. Yay. We got a Silver Fur Master. We got a March of the Otherworldly Light, X and a white. As additional cost to cast a spell, you may exile any number of white cards from your hand. It costs 2 less for each card exiled this way. Exile target artifact or creature or enchantment value mana costs X or less. It's alright. Alrighty then, what do we got here? Alright, Eater of Virtue. 1 mana to play, 1 mana equip. Equipped creature dies, exile it. Equipped creature also gets +2/+0. As long as a card exiled with Virtue has flying, equipped creature has flying. The same is true for First Strike, Double Strike, Death Touch, Haste, Hexproof, Indestructible, Lifelink, Menace, Protection, Reach, Trample, and Vigilance. So this is an interesting one. Yeah, you exile your cards and you aren't going to be able to get them back from your graveyard. But this can start adding keywords to your creature whenever that happens. And really make you have a deadly creature at some point, especially if you can get some First Strike and Double Strike with that +2/+0. For 1 mana and 1 to equip, you really can't, say this is a bad equipment. It's not an upfront value, but it is value over time. It could be interesting. We might work with this later. We'll see. Alrighty then. What do we have here? We have the Invoking Justice, or Invoke Justice, which is 4 white and 1 colorless. That's 5. Return target permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield, then distribute 4 +1/+1 counters among any number of creatures and or vehicles target player controls. That's a lot. That's a resurrection spell for a permanent. And you get to distribute 4 +1/+1 counters amongst creatures and vehicles you target player controls. It didn't even have to be you. This is political in a multiplayer format. But here on Arena, yeah, it's alright. But that 4 white mana to cast it at sorcery speed, it's so hard to play. Mono White's going to like it, but I don't know about any other deck. Oh, that is so hard to cast. Alrighty then, moving right along. What do we got here? 4 mana, 3/3 flash flying. That's all good. Whenever Kaido, Soul of Kamigawa enters the battlefield or another target permanent enters the battlefield, another target permanent gains indestructible as long as you control Kaido. Kaidai? Yeah. You can pay Wooburg to give it +5/+5 till end of turn. Oh yeah, that's a haphazard card. So it does save it's a save spell. So for 4 mana, you can flash it in, give your creature indestructible, and then you got a flying 3/3 sitting around. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. And that thing stays indestructible as long as you keep Kaida out. So they'll have to kill it first. So it is a removable magnet. And you can pump it for Wooburg. I mean, it's all there. Alrighty then. Let's see what else we have. Greasefang, Obukai Boss. 3 mana, 1 white and a black for 4/3. That's good stats. At the beginning of combat, on your turn, return target vehicle card from your graveyard to the battlefield. It gains haste. Return it to its owner's hand at the beginning of your next end step. Pretty good for vehicles. Returning one from your graveyard to the battlefield it's pretty good. Then you got to bounce it back to your hand, which is good some places, bad other places. Depends on if it has an ETB, which most vehicles don't, but some do. All in all, it's an interesting card. It's rare worthy. It's there. Alright, that's 10 packs down. Let's keep going. Alright, more wild cards. This is what we want to see. Alright. Light Pulse, Emperor's Voice, a 2 mana 2/2. Whenever an aura enters the battlefield under your control, if you cast it, you may search your library for an aura card with mana value less than or equal to that aura, and with a different name, than each other aura you control. Put that card on the battlefield, attach the Light Pulse Emperor, then shuffle. Interesting, double auras. And get auras and stack them all up on light paws. It's auras are dangerous and they're iffy, but this can make them pretty powerful. This is a pretty powerful effect. Being able to free cast is always a powerful effect, and this free cast auras from your deck. Searching your deck and finding the card you need is very powerful. Just getting onto the battlefield is even more powerful. That's a solid card. And it's a 2-mana 2/2 at worst. So it's not bad. Alright, let's see what we got here. Another Invoke Justice. Alright, wow. Cool. Moving right along. Let's see what we got. Alright, a 2-mana 2/2. Goro Goro, Disciple of Ryusei. Creatures you control gain haste until end of turn for red. That's your entire team, all of them. Create a 5/5 red dragon spirit creature token with flying. Activate this only if you control an attacking modified creature. So if you modify the Goro Goro, you can swing in with them and then activate this ability. You can swing in with another modified creature and activate this ability. 5 mana for a 5/5 red dragon spirits. It's okay. The creatures you control gain haste till end of turn. It's not bad. All in all, not a bad card. And it works. It's a 2-mana 2/2. Alright, we got another gold wild card. Hey! Got another Goro Goro. Cool. I also wanted to look at the flying sea. I wanted to look at the Sky Turtle. The Colossal Sky Turtle, because 7 mana for 6/5 flying is a little underpowered, but it has Ward 2. Makes it a little better. But you can channel it to return a card from your graveyard to your hand, or you can channel it to bounce a creature to its owner's hand. And that flexibility right there in the channel abilities is what makes this card really good. This is a solid card, and we might even play with this later. I'm thinking about building around it at some point. Alright, what else do we got in this pile? Alrighty then. Ooh, a mythic. Cura of the Boundless Sky, 5 mana 4/4. Flying Death Touch. When Cura of the Battle dies, choose one. Search your library for 3 land cards, reveal them, put them in your hand, and shuffle. Or create an XX green spirit creature token where X is the number of lands you control. Hey, 5 mana 4/4 Flying Death Touch that replaces itself when it dies, or fixes your mana. Sign me up. I like it. Alrighty then, let's keep going. Ooh, I wanted to hope to get these. 1 red for a 2/2 haste. At the beginning of your end step, return it to its owner's hand. Channel one in a red to you discard it and draw a card. These are great. I can't wait to build around these. These are going to be in my first build. Happy to get one of those. Alright. 3 mana. It's a Saga. Jungen defends the temple. For 1, create a 1/1 green monk token with add green to your mana pool. For 3 mana. That's okay. Put a +1/+1 on each of 2 target creatures. That's alright. Exile it and it returns a 2/2 flyer. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay X. When you do, put X +1/+1 counters on that creature. As long as you control 5 or more modified creatures, Remnant of the Rising Star gets +5/+5 and trample. So it can't get bigger. It can also help with modifying your creatures as when you can pay X when they come into play to put X counters on them. So that I've seen that effect before on the old Tristani. Or Court of the Conclave is what it was known as, and it can be a beating. It really can, and this does give you a mana dork and makes that mana dork bigger. So basically, for 3 mana, if both these bodies survive, you'll have 5 power and play for 3 mana, and you'll be able to make larger creatures after that, and possibly get this even larger. There's a lot of value in this card. It doesn't seem like it at first, but this is pretty good. Moving on. Alrighty then, let's see what we got. Mind Link Mech. 3 mana 4/3 flyer. Whenever Mind Link Mech becomes crewed for the first time each turn, until end of turn, Mind Link Mech becomes a copy of target non-legendary creature that crewed it this turn, except it's a 4/3. It's a vehicle artifact in addition to its other types, and it has flying. Crew 1. Okay. Now, first time you crew something with it, this actually becomes what you crew it with, a copy of what you crew it with, except it's 4/3 and flying. That's interesting. Not sure the total application there, but it could lead to some shenanigans. Alright, straight up mythic wild card. We'll take that. That's fine. Ooh, a Hinata, Dawn Crowned. 4 mana for a 4/4. In Jeskai colors. It's blue, red, white. Flying Trample. Spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each target. Spells your opponents cast cost 1 more to cast for each target. Good old little stacks effect there. Interesting. Makes X spells good. Man, multiple target X spells anyways. Speaking of which, March of Reckless Joy, X and a red. As an additional cost to cast this spell, you may exile any number of red cards from your hand. It costs 2 less to cast for each card exiled this way. Exile the top cards of X cards of your library. You may play up to 2 of those cards until the end of your next turn. That's not bad. Out of this cycle, I think this one makes the most sense. I think this one has a lot of application. This could be good. You got a bad hand, a handful of lands. You've been sandbagging lands. You can dip those lands out of your hand to exile all the cards off the top of your library and hopefully find what you're looking for. It can create a little bit of card advantage. It's not bad. Alrighty then. We now have Tatsunare Toad Rider. 3 mana, 3/3. Can't go wrong there. Whenever you cast an enchantment spell, if you don't control a creature named Kimi, I think that's Kimmy, a legendary 3/3 black and green frog creature token, whenever you cast an enchantment spell, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. 1 in a green or blue. Tatsunari, Toad Rider, and target frog you control can't be blocked this turn except by creatures with flying or reach. Oh, so it jumps. Ah, that's cool. A jumping toad, 3 mana, 3/3 that can make an extra body. Sign me up. Sounds good. Alright. What do we have here? Oh. Tekanuma, Abandoned Mire. Comes into play untapped, creates a black. It is legendary. You can channel it for 4, discard it. That's what channel means. Mill 3 cards. Then return a creature or planeswalker from your graveyard to your hand. Costs 1 less to activate for each legendary creature you control. Not bad. Not bad at all. As a utility land, I'll run it. It's great. I hear it. Let's see. Ooh, Farewell. Choose 1 or more. Exile all artifacts, creatures, enchantments, or graveyards. Oh, yes. Yes, we like that card. That card's good. 6 mana is a lot for a Wrath, but that Wrath hits everything Planeswalkers. Talk about setting a board state back to the Stone Age. Alright, 3 mana for a Saga. 1 and 2, you gain 2 life. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Exile 1 of them face down with a hatchling counter on it. Then put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Exile this Saga and then transform it. Whenever Dragon's Kami's Egg or a dragon you control dies, you may cast a creature spell from among cards you own and exile with hatchling counters on it without paying its mana cost. That's interesting. That might could lead to some shenanigans. We'll keep an eye on that card. Free casting is always good. Digging into your library and you being able to free cast that card is always good. We are looking at Katos, the Silent Spider, 5 mana, 4/4. When Katos, the Silent Spider enters the battlefield, exile target card other than a basic land card from an opponent's graveyard. Search that player's graveyard, hand, and library for any number of cards of the same name as that card and exile them. Then that player shuffles. For as long as you control Katos, you may play one of these exiled cards. You may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast it. So basically, this is a cranial extraction on a body that allows you to cast the card after you've extracted it. Not bad. Not bad at all. Alrighty then. We're at 25 packs and we're at 20 minutes. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and end it right there, and we're going to move to the next episode where we open the last 25 packs. But for now, I'm Will from Magic the Friendly Tavern on Facebook. Come see us. I want y'all to have happy pack pulls, and as always, happy games. Take one last look. We have 5 mythic rare, 9 rare, 40 uncommon, 17 uncommon. That's a pretty good start. Alrighty then. Y'all have a great afternoon.